So y'all, when y'all talk, I want y'all to talk up because we're going to, once again, I'm showing y'all everything we do. Money is not, let me put it this way, money is not the main thing. But unfortunately, we do need money in order to do stuff. We got Carla about to graduate, Cleveland in 11th grade, y'all moving into high school next year, right? We all need money. Y'all like shoes, y'all like, your nails is dope. She like purses, right? We all have things that we like. But we have to figure out as a tribe, how do we create that economic life? For those that know the definition of a tribe, is that not in the definition of a tribe? Is that not in the definition of a nation? Stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture and language in common. So how do we get that economic life, right? And we're going to talk about the seriousness of that. But go ahead, Bob. We're going to open us up. Let me say a couple words.
Let me say a couple words. First of all, I miss you guys. And when I saw you, I said, man, what you guys been eating? You know, I can even see the spiritual growth in you. And that's because of our ancestors. Our ancestors wasn't no joke. You know, when I see who's the first female black millionaire? Madam who?
Purportedly.
Madam T.J. Walker, okay? And she built on economics because of something that we need for our hair. We love that. So I just want to say this, that our ancestors are still with us. You are part of a heck of a generation, a race of people. And I guess I want to just say to you that we're not going to formally do libation, but I just want you to think about, just tell me one person who you know who helped make black people great. Give me a name. Malcolm X. What do we say? Ashe. Give me another one. Somebody who made us great. Who? Martin Luther King. What do we say?
Ashe.
Give me another one real quick. Yes.
Martin Luther King.
All right. Martin Luther King again? Say it again.
Martin Luther King.
Okay. What do we say?
Ashe.
Now, I want to pour a libation for each one of you. Because somebody in this room going to uphold that principle of Kwanzaa that talks about economics. Which principle was that? Think about it. Collective works in what? What principle was that?
That's right.
Now, if you don't know, I mean, you know the words, but I want you to know what's behind it. Who can name all 7 of them? Give me the first one. Emoja. What does that mean? All right, give me the second one. What does that mean? What? Okay, somebody show me how they use that lately. No, when somebody call you a big head, how many of you been called a name and you got mad? You're not practicing kukuchakalea. When somebody call you a name, you say, that ain't me. I determine who I am, not you. All right, give me another. What's the next one? Ujima.
We got to talk up.
What's that mean? Ujima? There we go. So there's something building when Hatem was talking about us maintaining our land, our property. Do you know that there's one famous African who brought fashion and money to other folks, other cultures? All right? Now, I guess I'm saying that our ancestors were very generous to white explorers and so forth. And I'm going to tell you now that somebody in this room is going to follow up with that. How many of you have someone who had just made a transition and you still think about them? Okay. I want to give an enchant for them. Who was it?
Maya Robinson.
What do we say?
Ashe.
Anybody else? Because this pandemic, you never know who we lost.
Candace Garlow.
What do we say?
Ashe.
Antoinette Benson.
What do we say?
Ashe.
I don't know if you know Elder Boy, Clifford Boy. He's with APDS, and his wife's father died, I guess a couple of days ago. I think he would have been 87 years old. So let's pour a libation for Brother Boy's stepfather. What do we say?
Ashe.
And I want to pour a libation that this meeting here, that we can combine. One reason I got to leave is because they have another meeting with Norman Brown, the church, but we need to be together. You know, and that's what I'm advocating. How Tim and I talked last night. No, there's a lot of, you guys got a lot of things going on for you here. So I didn't mean to open it up like that. I just want to say that I really appreciate you, and I'm going to do all I can to help out, to be the Baba. But I've been working here lately with Restored Citizens. We changed their name. Restored Citizen means that a person who's been in jail or done some crime, something like that. And a lot of times when they commit a crime, it follows them. I'm just curious, don't tell me who it is, but how many of you know somebody in prison right now? We got to pray for them, and we got to help them. That's what I've been doing now for the past 10 years. And a lot of those guys want to be nation builders too. And those nation builders have kids. So I need to get those kids involved with Simba, because a lot of them don't have any role models, to look up to. Thank God you got to have role models. You got your parents and your relatives, but you also have Hatem, this brother here. You have uncles. Some of the kids don't have uncles to look back on. And it's important. Now, just tell me this one little phrase and I'm going to stop. It's important that you understand your life backwards, but you got to live it forward. What does that mean to you? There's no wrong answer. It's important to acknowledge how you live your life backwards, but you got to live it forward.
To me, it sounds like creating goals to reach the goal. So having the goal in mind or having the focus of where I want to be, So in the meantime, I have to work to get there.
What do we say? Ashe. And with that, I'm going to close because I want to hear this, how I'm going to make some money. And some shirts. I've been advertising this for a long time. So thanks again. And I'm going to say right here, I can learn how to do this myself.
But before we get to that, first off, we want to give Baba a round of applause. He came out and joined us. I'm old enough where I get to kick it with the Baba. I was kicking it with the Baba last night. It was about 2 minutes from going to the club, but
that sounds like
ready.
look, man. That sounds like the title of another story, man.
Huh?
That sounds like the title of another story. Kicking it with the Baba.
But so what I want to do, who all don't have a book? All right, now let me tell you about these books. Now, real quick, these are our books. This is our curriculum. We got at least 3 of them right now. I'm waiting for some of y'all to create the next level of the curriculum. We're all responsible for adding something to the tribe. Now, those of you that don't know, in college, when you go for a master's or a PhD, they require you to create a dissertation. The dissertation is, in a sense, not along with the money that you pay them, your dissertation is your gift to that college to where they are able to store their knowledge. So each one of us are responsible for creating our own dissertation within Gye-Nyame. Hopefully it'll be an ongoing project where you keep on flipping, because all my books, I keep on, I'm redoing them. I'm finding different ways to do them, and like I said, that's a whole nother way, that's a whole nother level of finances for it. Can you read? Brother Kwame gonna listen to us. You got one? Now, let me say this to you. Family, this is one of our things. So now, each book for the family costs $10 a piece, or 70 credits, or 70 tribal tokens, right? So y'all can earn y'all tokens, y'all can pay, or you can just pay $10. And it don't have to be today, or you can do my nails. All right, y'all got y'all books? Where your book at? Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. What did Shamar say about the books? One set?
Is that but even still, is it also, do they owe tokens for that?
See, now you get, so, because a set is 7, that's nothing. Here, you forget 7. How everybody else, you live with me, that's cool. Sitting right on the table, was looking right at me. I said,
on the floor?
huh? I don't know whose that is. But anyway, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna loan you one. So now you got 2 of them. You owe me $20 now. Actually, you owe the family $20. Here we go. So what I want to do is I want to read let's read the preface. We're gonna read the preface together. We're gonna digest this whole book. What I want y'all to do is look at the book. I want you to look at what makes sense. I want you to look at what don't make sense. I want you to look at the mistakes. I want y'all to look, and I want us to have discussion about everything about the book. Why? Because I want to show you that you don't have to be perfect to create something. It doesn't have to be perfect. Everybody say it don't have to be perfect.
It don't have to be perfect.
See, a lot of people are waiting so they can get their writing right. No, stop waiting. It don't have to be perfect. So we're going to go to the very beginning. What I want to do is, I wrote this book for all warriors, nation builders, elders, and elders working to master themselves and set example for the generations to come. From individual to family to tribe to community to city to state, and then a nation. It all starts with one. Are you the one? That's the question. So we're going to move. We're going to the preface. Anybody want to read the first paragraph, please? I'll read.
Me.
Go ahead.
This book can be used by anyone. It has written specifically for those in Gye-Nyame name tribe, but the ideas will hold true for anyone that is trying to build a lasting organization. All one has to do is replace the words nation, tribe, nation builder, and warrior with corporation.
There you go.
Corporation, team, and team members. When you see the word tribe, then team, and when you see the warrior, nation builder, think team member.
All right. Somebody pick up the second paragraph. Unless there's questions or comments on the first one. Anybody notice anything wrong? Anybody notice anything right? Anybody notice anything? Go ahead, what you know?
They're trying to make a tribe.
Oh, exactly. Right. Now, check this out. I want y'all to look at the name. What's the name of the group that this book was written for?
Gye-Nyame.
Gye-Nyame what?
Nah.
Don't guess. Look at the book.
Gye-Nyame.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? See, because I want you to understand that the time between us reading this and this book being produced. This was Gye-Nyame tribe. This was long before Gye-Nyame Journey. This was 10 years ago. This is an old book. So what I'm telling y'all is, we have been doing this work for me personally. I've been doing this longer than I've been an adult. Officially since like 19 years old. I'm 53 now. So I want y'all to know that that is some time behind this. Somebody pick up the second paragraph, please.
This book does not stand alone. It is far from finished. This is only one perspective on the journey that many walk. I have penned this as a challenge to those in Gye-Nyame and the journey. I hope they accept my challenge and begin to pen their own thoughts and ideas. I believe it is time for those that truly matter to stop hiding their light. For some reason, we hide our knowledge because we don't believe we have anything to say, waiting for someone to certify you, when in fact there is no one that can certify what we do. This book is a call to use principles, especially Kujichakulia, and begin to certify ourselves. When we hide our light, we may be denying someone the illumination they may need in their personal darkness. This is also a call for those on the journey to begin to create new stories, legends, and myths for ourselves and our youth. The ones we have do not seem to communicate the ideas in the way that is needed.
Hold on, Steve. Stop. That's the end of the paragraph. All right. Any comments on that? Ideas? Any thoughts? Oh, man. It's going to be one of those types. No conversation. No thoughts.
What does it mean to certify yourself? Just give me an example of it. Don't have to be just somebody say you're certified. What does that mean? You're certified.
You're certified in a certain.
You're approved.
By who?
By anybody that's hired you.
All right, cool. I approve you as a doctor of literature. You are a doctor in literature. I certify you as a PhD.
Never.
No, don't say never. But is that, are you certified?
No, because certified by reputable source.
All right, what makes it reputable?
More people that believe in it.
The more people that believe in it, right?
The higher person in society.
The high, but what makes him the highest person in society? Well, you don't, nobody really talks to God, so you don't know who God certifies. See, the point that I'm trying to make with that paragraph is that a lot of people, one, is trying to hide their light. Second, we are waiting for others to certify us.
Or validate.
Or validate us. Like, for example, for years, I was part of this thing too, where I would be like, the most important thing for you to do is to go to college. But what college is a process in which you are certified by others. Rather than us talking about building our own institutions where we can start certifying ourselves and have enough people to recognize the certification that we bring and saying that it's real. Like, so if I was able to come on and be like, yo, I certify you as a nation builder. See, you don't have to go to college to become a nation builder. We have a certain path that you have to go through to become a nation builder, here as well as in Simba. And the other tribes is going to pop up. We certify ourselves. We're looking for certifications ourselves. Now, once again, I always ask y'all to go back to the root word of authority. What's the root word of authority? Author. When you write something, you certify yourself as an expert at what you're writing about. This is why we go back to the dissertation. What was the dissertation for? Anybody remember what a dissertation? I just mentioned it.
To give your knowledge
To
the college.
And the college is an institution. You write down your thoughts, and that's your gift to them so that they can add it to their library. In their library, other people in the future could come back and look at what you looked at and expand on your thoughts. This is how societies move forward. All right? Now, we have to be able to do the same thing. I need somebody to be able to come and pick up my book one day. Be like, whoa. He was close on this one, but he was wrong. You understand? And be able to go deeper. So that we develop a group of individuals that are able to certify. By the time y'all my age, I don't want y'all struggling to be in this lifestyle. Because this lifestyle is right now is a struggle. It's a comfortable struggle, but it's still a struggle. I don't want y'all struggling like this. I have to, me, Miss Tracy, Brother Kwame, Doc, we have to knock enough stuff out the way so that y'all will be able to prosper. When I came into this, there was no thought of prospering. I got into this not because it was cute. You understand what I'm saying? I got into this. One of the first things Nomo did with me was to let me know that, son, since you come here, I need to let you know the FBI is tapping your phone and they're probably following you around right now. Like, what? We selling dope? What is going on? But that's, see, now, for example, y'all keep on hearing me mention Nomo. You met Nomo when you was a baby. Now, Nomo is wisdom's godfather. Now, Nomo was one of those that you won't hear about in history, but he was framed by the FBI for murder. They tried to take this man to jail. This is how involved in the movement he was. So it's not glamorous. Right now, we on the easy part. This is the easy part. But anyway, let's keep
I have one comment before we go forward. So when we talk about certifying ourselves and validating ourselves, it also brings up when I talk to you about creating your own business, having your own passion so that you can make that a profit from there, right? So I told you you're not too young to have your own business. So to be honest with you, if you take a look at her nails, y'all see her nails?
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Sorry. She does her own nails. Remember I told you that she keeps her own business going? That's something that she does. And her nails are nice. That's what
They are nice.
yeah, you go have to let Kwame see them. But they're nice. It's something that she didn't ask or go to school for to be certified or validated by somebody to just do. She
I
does.
see.
People will pay her to do their nails because they want their nails
see.
like hers.
That's what's up.
That's what it's about, being the boss of yourself and the boss of your own time.
That's right.
And secondly, who's certified to be a warrior in here? Who's Gye-Nyame certified to be a warrior in here? Who's Gye-Nyame certified to be a nation builder?
Brother Hatem.
Hey, Tracy.
That's right.
And how did you become certified?
For me,
Yeah.
suffering and pain and brokenness for a very long time.
Right.
I honestly went through training under Hatem, so that's me.
Yeah,
How
sure.
you become an elder?
Get older.
No.
No, wait. That's interesting.
No, I mean, for Gye-Nyame, you have to, one of the critical components of becoming an elder is to establish yourself where you can hire on those who've come under you.
I say. Okay. Also, I would tell guys who, just because you're 50, that don't make you an elder.
I
That
say.
makes you an older.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
And I tell guys all the time, old men like me, if you haven't spoken to at least 3 or 4 nation builders or Simbas or somebody that age, at least 1 or 2 a day, I don't care where you are. You could be at Walmart. You're not an elder.
Now, but even deeper, I would say this. If you can't call a nation builder or warriors to come aid you immediately, what tribe, what family, what tribe do you belong to?
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
That's
You're
right.
supposed- we, as elders and as nation builders, warriors, those aren't things that stand alone. And there's a certification process to go with that. But that's part of what, see, how can I put it? Gray Card talks about social structure. And the social structure is you, how can I put it? How the world sees us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, that's how we see ourselves. We see ourselves the way the outside world tells us to see black people, to see us. Governance structure is how we see ourselves. Warrior, nation builder, elder, those are things, those are the ways that we see ourselves. Those are up under our control. Now, what we have to do is get it respected. What happens when it becomes respected? Right? When people are coming to your course about warriorship, right? You able, you know what I'm saying? Or the course that you developed, because they've been following you and stuff that you've been building up. Like, for example, we send you to go through these towers to learn about these towers. So now you're teaching other people how to make these at home. You understand what I'm saying? We set up a video, boom, 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 and you're certifying people in your method of doing that. We can certify ourselves, but all right, let's keep it moving.
Sure.
This is the Aqua Band. War horn, being blown. Will this be the generation that makes a difference? Or will you be stuck as the middle children of history, just occupying space during our lifetimes? Be aware that the internet has begun to level the playing field, and now we can not only be the consumer of information, but we can also be the producers. No other time in history has allowed for those in our position in life to affect so many. Through social networking, smartphones, blogs, podcasts, video, and etc. We also have to be aware that in the next 5 to 10 years, now this was 10 years ago, next 5 to 10 years, the rising billions from around the world will be joining us on this journey. What will we have to say to them? What stories will we share? Will we allow others to continue to speak for us, or will we begin to speak for ourselves? Please understand that this book may seem specific, but in fact, it is a weapon of mass creation that I'm launching. Now, and now the question is, what will you do with it? Now, question, what did I mean by the rising buildings? Huh?
Either money or.
The rising
All I could think of is money.
Read the sentence again.
All right, go back to the sentence. Somebody reread that sentence where I say the rising billions. Because money wasn't mentioned.
We also have to be aware that in the next 5 to 10 years, the rising billions from around the world will be joining us on this journey.
People.
Yes. Listen, right now, there are more people on Facebook than in the United States. There are more people using the social network than at any other time in history. Right now, in this point in time in history, all I got to do is go viral, and I might be able to hit damn near everybody on this planet. Because people are using cell phones, people are linking into these social networks, and the question is, how are we using it? Are we using it? Right? This was written 5 to 10 years ago. So now, right now, we got people, for example, we had a sister by the name of Sister Kim now check this out, this is crazy. Sister Kim hooked up with us from, I think she was in Bangladesh. She moved from Bangladesh or somewhere in Indonesia. She moved from Indonesia to a place in, you remember where it was, Kwame? Ouagadougou,
Burkina Faso. Mm-hmm.
She was listening to our shows. She would call in from way over there to talk in on our shows. So we're able to reach people all over the world. And the question is, are we doing it? Are we striving to do it? And what I have to do is put the fire up under y'all so y'all understand where the opportunity lies, because I don't want y'all, because like, once again, I can't be mad that, because Nomo didn't have this to pass on to. There was no social network. He was his own social network. He had to advertise his stuff. He had to talk to people in order to even do his presentations. He had to go out and he had to travel and he had to do that. He didn't have what I had. So I can't be mad at him. The only thing he left me, he said, look, he set up his presentation. He set it up with, what was it on? I can't remember what the
slideshow.
He had a slideshow. Nomo had a slideshow that he would go around and he would do what I'm doing right now.
You might interpret it as a PowerPoint today.
It was y'all was in a PowerPoint, but he actually had to go and take the picture, get the picture, pay money for it to be transformed into a little picture that he could take a projector that looked like that he would put it in, and he would be able to do his presentation.
Right.
And he had thousands and thousands of pictures. And he would go around and he'd be like, what you doing this weekend? I said, nothing. I'm going to Indianapolis. I need you to come to Indianapolis and do security. We go down there and kick it. I got so many stories especially with him and Allende. That's when it would get crazy. That's when it got crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got so many stories, but the point I'm trying to say is he didn't have what he had, but he passed on what he had.
That's right.
You understand? So now I'm saying, boom, are y'all going to take this to the next level? Y'all got to take it to the next level. You understand? So now,
I was going to say this too. Nomo, you just go in prisons and help these guys out and talk to them. Mm-hmm. He was so effective with change, they wouldn't let him back into prisons because he's making them guys really talk and really think and ask for things that belong to them as human beings. And for a while, some of the prisons wouldn't let him come back, all because he was that effective. I just want to let you know that.
All right, we got one more chapter. I want to read the introduction. It's real short. Any questions or comments? Go ahead.
No.
Any questions or comments? All right, we're going to read the introduction. Now, we're going to go through this whole book, so I want to do, this is a little bit longer, but I want to get into where we're able to go through a chapter like in 10 minutes. So we don't have to take up the whole time with this because I want to make sure that y'all are getting the philosophy. All right? And for those that want to go deeper with it, go to Gye-Nyame.com. We got a whole blog with all of our videos, with all of the write-ups and stuff like that. So we are on the introduction. Somebody read the first paragraph in the introduction, please. Somebody that hasn't read it.
This handbook is a work in progress. It is an organic living thing that will grow with our tribe. I have been a proud member of the Civil Circle for over 15 years, and I can say that I came into manhood through its process. This handbook is the result of that process that began in the mind of our elders, and was nurtured in their hearts. There is no way I could write this without saluting them. Within these pages, you will find the information that you will need to become a warrior for nation building on life's journey. This book will operate as your roadmap through the ways of life. This process will push you to what you will consider your limits and beyond them. By you investing in the process, you will become a better person and be able to serve your tribe. The most important job of a warrior and nation builder is humble service. We will serve and protect our young and set the example for them as they grow into adulthood. This is a very important thing. It needs individuals who are committed to our young people, for they are the future.
All right, stop. That's fair, bro. Stop. Next. Any comments? comments, thoughts, ideas.
So if we're talking about typos, in progress is a typo, and it is a confusion with the paragraphs. They're not broken up as usually. That's the way we usually see paragraphs broken up.
Listen here, hater.
You said
I ain't say I ain't gonna get upset. I need to be, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But look, now, those are conversations you have when y'all reading it and I ain't in the room. You know what I'm saying? But she's right. See, but the point is, like I said, it's a work in progress and it's waiting for y'all. It's waiting for y'all. I done left this, and I'm gonna write a few more things. As a matter of fact, did anybody see the post that I put up in the chat? Those of you that don't check the chat. I found a story that was lost. It's called The Transformation of the Demon.
Oh yeah.
It's about Gye's first daughter. Gye had a daughter. Actually, he had two. The one story for one was stolen by the Gye-Nyame boys 20 years ago. So the computer was stolen, I had some worse Gye-Nyame boys than y'all, so. Actually, they can't even compete.
Yeah, no, you got that.
Shut down Simba and everything. I'm like, oh my God. Wait. Where we stop at?
in this book.
All right, somebody pick up where Cleve left off. If there's no comments or questions.
I just want to make a comment.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry I got to leave, but I'm trying to unite us. There's another meeting, a similar meeting, over at the church. So my mission is to talk about why we need to be together more. So I just want to let you know that I'll be at the next meeting, and if anybody needs anything from me, let me know. Good job. I love this. I'm going to read this. And does anybody know the element? How many of you watched Black Panther, the movie? What's the name of the element that they were trying to steal from the ruin?
Vibranium.
Okay. Detail. Thank you.
Do it, Baba.
All right. Somebody pick up where you left off. Somebody who ain't read.
In this
You already read.
In this book, you will learn about the responsibilities of a
Hush.
warrior and a nation builder. Indeed, a warrior indeed is a year-round duty. This book is something that I've been working on for the last few years and will continue to grow. Each warrior in Indy is responsible for adding their touch to this handbook. So read, learn, and work eventually to this work, and add to this work. This is comply from writings that I have been working on through my blog, so we will cover the role of the warrior, nation builder, and elders, guiding principles, the rituals, spiritually and self-mastery, stories and proverbs, why we use them and how, social media and its role in our growth and fundraising.
All right. Any questions, comments? All right, cool. Mark that in your book. That's what we're going to leave off on. So if y'all could pre-read The Warrior. I mean, hell, read the book. Go through it. Highlight some stuff. Highlight the mistakes so that, when y'all reprint this, y'all going to put those in.
Excuse me.
Next, you want to present what you want to do? Or do you want to open up their wallets first?
That's going to take longer.
You think the lobster going to take longer?
You saw that she ran into.
Yeah, you're right. All right. But I want to make sure, before everybody leave, I want y'all to start opening your wallets because those that are here today, you get 35. You get 30. You get 35 tokens for coming to the meeting.
so I get 35 tokens.
Yep.
Don't you need computers?
Congratulations.
We about to do lobster or what?
You got your first token.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's what you mean. I'm sorry.
Okay, so while they getting the computers, I got something I want to talk to you about real quick.
Uh-oh.
All right, so usually I do Vedic. I'm not doing Vedic this time around, but I still want you to take control and be in ownership of your math skills being polished. So I work in a elementary school, and what I have is that I have a lot of kids who are way behind when it comes to math, and it's because they don't know their multiplication facts. So I created a game just from cards, and just even playing it with Jordan, like helps us both, you know, keep our memory going with multiplication, right? Because it's going to help my mind, you know, as I'm getting older, and it's going to help him be polished in his math facts. So the way I do the game, I do it two ways. I mean, I use it for either multiplication or I use it for multiplication as well as division. So what I do is I make the ace 11, and then everything else, 10, jack, king, queen, are all 10s because it's easy for you to multiply and add 10. Am I right?
Right.
I just ask for validation. I just want you to know that that's what that is when I say, am I right? So I'm asking y'all to validate me. Okay, so when I say something like, you know, what's 10 plus 10?
20.
20 plus 10?
30.
20 plus 20?
40.
So those are easy to do, right? So what about if I'm asking you to add 10? What's 10 plus 18?
28.
You sure? I'm stuttering. What's 10 plus 58?
68.
I need y'all to be better than that. What's 10 plus 78?
88.
Okay. So the idea is that you are able to do that quickly. So I have all those 10s in there as I'm playing this game. So then as you and someone else, it's easier with, I'm not going to say use the word easier. That's not what we're doing. But it's
More interactive.
more interactive with 2 people versus 3 people unless y'all are older. So if you have somebody that are already good with it, as far as multiplication and addition for that matter, play with 3 people so you can challenge yourselves. How y'all doing? Y'all can challenge yourselves. You can put 3 people and y'all can flip y'all's cards over, right? And then y'all all multiply them all together. Because if you multiply 3 numbers, are they going to come out the same way no matter how you order them?
Yes.
Yes, please be confident when you say yes. Well, no matter how you order them, if you multiply those 3 numbers, the answer will come out the same. So what you're going to do is you will take out the jokers because it is no wild cards in the game. And the way I did it with the kids at the school was I separated the deck. So in the deck is how many cards?
52.
Do y'all know that?
Y'all know why 52?
Why? Is it 52?
52. 5 plus 2 is what?
7.
Why 7?
7 is universal number for study, rest, and perfection.
How many weeks in the year?
Big
How
window.
many weeks in the year? 52. How many seasons in a year? How many suits in the game?
Suits.
4, yeah.
How many elements?
4. Is it 4?
Yeah, it's 4. I mean, for them it's 4. For us it's 5.
I was supposed to say I know.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Now each symbol has a color, and each how many is 4 seasons. It's 2 types. It's a hot and a cold, right? So now these cards, when they originally came up with them, they were based on the tarot. We turned them into playing cards. Same thing with dice. We ain't start gambling with dice. Dice were tools that you use to be able to predict the future. They're divining tools. This is why in churches they tell you you're not supposed to play cards. You're not supposed to roll dice. You're not supposed to play game of chance because those games were based on what? Divination.
So I just learned something right then and there. So I wasn't allowed to touch cards when I was younger. I wasn't explained clearly why I wasn't allowed to touch cards. So I really wanted to touch the cards because I wasn't allowed to touch the cards. Now I understand why. I didn't know about that. That would have scared me and not let me touch the cards if you had told me. So anyway, so you take the cards. So what did I say the ace was?
10.
11.
11.
Oh, you said 11?
I said
11.
Oh, my fault.
Because we're not going to do ones. We got ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
We hope.
what's 1 times 5? What's 11 times 5?
55.
So again, this is why we want to play these cards whenever we feel like it. And the best thing about these cards is you can play with your younger siblings because they need to get it too. And then as you learn and teaching them, then you make yourself better at the same time. So what you'll do is your partner turn over a card, you'll turn over a card. Right now we have the cards 2 and 6. So you multiply those. What's 2 and 6?
12.
So that's the point. Whoever gets that card the first time, and the way I found the best way to do it is to time it. So for 5 minutes you go through the cards. Every time you get, after each time you win, you put that in the stack and then you keep going for that time, and then at the end of 5 minutes, then you see whoever has the most cards. So who can tell me how to play this game I just got done teaching y'all?
Some math game.
You put down 2 cards and then you multiply them?
Yes. So the good thing about how he just explained it is I said it was with somebody. He just explained that you can do it by yourself. So who's gonna play the game?
I will.
I want to see y'all's hands. Who's gonna play the game? Because you keep on looking at me. Thank you. Marcus, I want you playing the game too. Gene, I want you playing the game too. Carl, I want you playing the game too. So that's something real simple with a deck of cards again. All you have to do is take half of them. Give each other 13 cards apiece. And let all the 10s be the 10, Jack, King, Queen. I'm done.
13.
I sure.
Hey, so we need to do an e-course on that game.
32.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We can create our own deck of cards.
Ooh,
that sounds
give me
cool.
some Gye-Nyame cards.
Exactly.
Take that.
Now, as a matter of fact, we're gonna work on that today. Now hold on. So now, getting to the currency. The currency is called tribal token. Pay attention, because now, if y'all don't fill out the form, I won't have proof that you was here. If I don't have proof that you was here, you don't get paid. Now, this is our currency. Well, I ain't gonna call it currency. This is our medium of exchange. This is our token, right? So just like, like some of y'all play games, you get a certain amount of points. You can take those points or those tokens and turn them in and get an upgrade. This is ours. All right, now, for some people was here, so bear with me.
Whoever wasn't here, go and pull out your phone.
Right.
Whoever wasn't
So,
here on Gye-Nyame.
in order to in order to move from one level to another, you need to earn 7,000 TTs. Monthly dues is for people that are below 18 is $10 a month. That's 70 tokens. For monthly dues, for those over 19 is 25, which is 175 TTs. Now in the write-up, I got the actual value of this in comparison to the US dollar. This is not the actual, this is our personal thing. All right, for family, it's $350. For families over 3. All right, so now those, rather than paying dues, all you got to do is hit the meetings, and then you can just pay your tribal tokens. Now, if you miss the meeting, then you just make it up. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said, we got our own currency. Some people, because I'm going to pay. Now if I'm broke, I'm going to use some tokens to pay my dues. But every month, in some form or fashion, we have to show that we are doing something for our tribe.
So when you say family, is that family? You said family of over 3?
Family 3 and over, because it's not economical. Because like for somebody that's 18, over 18, it's $25. So if you got 3 people in your family, you see what I'm saying?
75.
Why not just keep it a 50 family rate?
That's lobster without a shell.
Or 350 tokens. Now, any questions?
Lobster and a stellar, that was called
Huh?
lobster stellar, like that.
7 tribal tokens. Now, so let's say for example, you mess up for the day. You be like, oh, it's whatever this day is. Today is Kuumba, and we encounter your family, and rather than you doing push-ups, you can pay 7. You can pay 7 tribal tokens. We'll gladly take it. You can gladly take it. Violations can be paid for, as Ms. Tracy said, with tribal tokens. You can negotiate with the fam, and you just have to give up some tokens for some of your dumb stuff, right? Miss something that you were supposed to do, fall short, cost you tribal tokens. Now, the whole goal is to raise enough so that you can make transition when it's time, when we say, all right, it's time for you, you know, you got enough stuff to go on and get ranked up, boom. You got to raise these 7,000. Now, within the wallet that we're about to open, y'all will be able to exchange tokens between each other. So if y'all working as a crew, you'd be like, hey, homeboy is up for, Leslie is up for a promotion, right? All right, we want to get Leslie up there. So Cleve, Tykees, Kingston, and Elijah say, look, we got 1,000 apiece. How much you got? He said, well, I got 3,000. Boom. Here, we're going to give you that. You just pay us back later so that you can make your transition. Now, also, in the write-up, I got the other rules, but for you receive tokens for coming to the training meetings. You get 35 tokens for that. If you do the internship, you get 35. If you're leading a meeting, like if you come here and you're doing what I'm doing right now, you get paid 50 tokens. You know what I'm saying? And we can make, and that's negotiable. You understand what I'm saying? Now, because I want to get to the point where we are actually able to throw tokens and cash at you. That's the goal, right? Or unless the tokens become valuable enough where you can get on there and trade it for XLM, because that's what some people are going to do any damn way. We can fight it, but it's going to happen. If you assistance with camp trips. If you come to the camp trip and you ain't just coming as a camper, you assist with it, you can get 50 to 150 per day. Members can earn TTs for paying dues. So if you pay cash for dues, you get 1 token per dollar that you pay. Same thing. So our supporters, our outside supporters, for each dollar that they, in a sense, send to us, we offer them 10 tokens as well, so they can start stacking tokens. That's where we'll get tokens into the outside community, so that if a Mama Margarita needs some help, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wants us to come over to the house, she not only can do cash, but she also might have enough tokens that she has that she can go and pay y'all tokens as well, or pay us the tokens, however it goes. All right, so now, what I need you to do is, homeboys, feed me up, but I need you to go to Lobster. We're using Lobster. For those that's using the computer, you go to lobster.io. No, it's lobster.co. Now, I want you to open up an account. Now, some of y'all might have problems opening an account. That's cool. But now, when you go to Lobster, you go to your app store. If you're on a computer, go to lobster.co. And you can download it automatically from there to your phone, but you still can open your account on your computer. Now, what they're going to give you, I can't remember what it's called, but they're going to give you a series of words. It's just strange words. You need to copy that and store it somewhere, because that is if you forget your code and you can't get in, and you got all your digital currency on this thing. If you lose that, you will never, ever be able to get back into your thing. It's not like an email. You can't just say, hey, I lost my code. And no, you got to prove that it's you, because we're dealing with money. So you got to hold on to that code. I would say if you got a Google Docs, but even the best way they say to keep it is to write down those words and keep it off of the internet. You know what I'm saying? So, so go to lobster.co. Fill it out. All you need is an email address. All you need is an email address. Fill it out, and once you got it, let me know you got it. I'm going to show you how to navigate it, because what I want to do is give you your tokens. But before I give you your tokens, you got to fill out each form. How about that? Now, the reason we're doing forms every time we come is because of the grant that we got. We have to track the people that's here. So rather than us going through and doing the notes, you do the notes about what you learned. They ain't counting.
I would still know that they didn't as well.
Oh.
So did everybody else? I don't think so. You didn't give us that.
Oh yeah, all the computers was here. That's right.
Diamond.
So how do you track it?
What happened?